Ora viva pessoal, my name is André and welcome back to Subnautica, and let's contemplate one of our most peaceful leviathans while he's passing through our Neptune thingy. Okay, so today I don't have, or in this video I don't have any headphones because my kids are with me today, so I need to be aware if something's gonna happen. But I don't expect to actually go into dangerous waters. Therefore, I don't need to be very careful with the audio. So we should be fine. We should. Not a guarantee, but we should be fine. Okay, so what do I want to do immediately? Calma, Xisa. Yeah, let's... oh yeah, another one. Let me just head on to the sea moth, not the sea moth, the cyclops, so that I can ingest some seafood, not seafood, fluids, before my friend here gets really annoyed. Okay, what do I want to do today? So this video is most likely going to be shorter than usual, and the reason for that is very simple. I want 1, 2, 3.
Vital signs stabilizing.
1, 2, 3. My purpose with this video is very simple. I want to read the Degasi log files to probably. There you go. To probably try to understand if I get the next stage clues, and also to actually go and understand the story of our friends. Now, I went online and theoretically I have all of the logs. I didn't check it out, but I think I have all of the logs. I do have the order, and it's supposed to be Paul. So the Degasi logs 1 to 6. We have 9 Degasi logs, 3 Bart, 3 Paul, 1 Margaret. Let's check it out. So if we go here, we have 3 Bart, 9 Degasi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. 1 Margaret and 3 Paul. So I have theoretically all of the logs to understand the story. And according to what I saw, the first log that I need to listen to is Paul's log number 1. So if you go to Paul Torgo's log number 1, we should have something. So let's listen and let's see how things went.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the life pod, rain hammering on the roof, the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degasi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight. In every judgment she makes, things go from bad to worse. If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems.
Nah, of course
My
not.
one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
Or forever, as we already know. So that's the first one. So they arrived, and pay close attention to Maida. Okay, it's going to be important. So next log should be Degasi logs from 1 to 6. So let's listen to them in a row.
This island is a godsend. Look out of the window. No predators, fresh food.
No building materials, nothing left of the ship, and your kid says we're gonna starve without more grow beds. Speak up, kid.
It's true, Father. The natural growth rates are too slow to keep supporting us.
All I'm saying is ocean's got us surrounded. No use hiding. Sooner or later, we'll get our feet wet.
The rest of your life may have been a fight, Maida, but I've made my decision. You want to forfeit your emergency pay to take a swim? Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm thinking on it.
Okay, so by this time, they should be in the Aurora Rendezvous Island. I don't remember the name of the island, but that's the island where we have like 2 peaks, and on each peak we have some bit of a basement or a base buildings, and there's like so it has a peak, 2 peaks, and there's like a bottom area, and you have 3 little base things there. And I believe this is what they're saying, which is that little island does not produce enough food for them. So they, although they seem to be in a more what it seems like a paradise area, because in that area you don't actually have a lot of predators. You don't in that area. We all know that around that area you have a lot of predators, but in that area specifically you don't, and that's what she's saying. Okay, so habitation location. Is there like okay, let's read the log title. So Paul Torgel #1, maroon. This is when they crashed, right? Then on the first voice log we have the habitation location, and now we're gonna have a storm, right?
Son, I said wait for the storm to pass. Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stopped being in charge when the ship you were captaining sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
He's out.
Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Interfere with my family again, and when rescue arrives, I will leave you here. Do you understand me?
No rescue coming, Chief. Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Okay, so let me just do. Do you know how to drain those grow beds of 40 tons of storm water? Okay, so basically it's raining a lot, and he needs to kind of remove the water from the grow beds so that they continue to give food. Okay, that's probably the thing. Okay, aftermath. So I assume that they had like a really gigantic storm, which we haven't experienced here, but they have a storm, and now we're gonna have the aftermath of that storm. Let's see what happens. You know, it's interesting that Paul, which is the boss, it's the father, is actually being kind of a push into Margaret, but she's a tough MF, so yeah.
You see, Chief, you brought us to this sodden planet. Told us we'd see a lush payday. Now what do we got some 6 weeks later? A dead crew, a habitat that's half buried, food washed away.
I suppose the executive decisions would be better left to someone with your extensive experience of hitting people in the face.
I know enough not to take unscheduled detours to uncharted planets. That's something you don't want to learn the hard way.
Easy to judge a decision in hindsight. Harder to come up with a plan of your own.
Got one already. We take what we can carry and hunker down in a cave somewhere. I scouted a site, a couple 100 meters deep, lots of metal deposits.
How do you imagine we'd live?
With ready access to building materials, like damn queens, a couple of water filters, a bioreactor, fresh fish. But Chief, we'll eat seaweed salad and drink our own urine if that's what it takes. All that matters is, do you got something better?
Send the coordinates to my PDA. I'll review your proposal.
Proposal. I do enjoy his accent a lot. And so she's referring to the first Degasi habitat that we found, which was 250 meters deep. I don't exactly remember geographically where it was, but I believe it is between that island and my current base. So somewhere in between those two spots. No, it's not actually. So if I'm not mistaken, it is actually quite close to my base, the first proposed or the first Degasi habitat. So it's actually quite close to where I am. Oh. You know what? Let's see if I can take a picture. Yeah, that way I can use this as the thumbnail. Okay. So fourth, curious discovery. Okay, so as you can see, she's already so Margaret is already understanding that they're going to have to go into a cave system somehow, so that they can, survive, basically. Curious discovery. Okay.
What is that thing?
I don't know. I found it outside in the sand.
Part of another ship?
None I've ever seen.
It's not even scratched.
Don't fool around with it. It might be worth something.
Stand down, Chief. If it were gonna crumble to dust, it would have done so when I picked it up.
It's glowing.
We're not the first people to come to this planet.
People. Maybe. Could be aliens.
Oh, it's a
Could
tablet.
be damn sea monsters for all we know. One thing for sure.
Oh,
we
no.
ain't gonna find out by staying here.
Okay, so they might have found either. Now, they might have found either one of those green cubes, the ion thingy, or a tablet. Now, we do know that the ion cubes glow. We also know that the tablets also glow. But okay, we can't fully understand what it is. But they actually found something that's with the alien side, okay? Let's see. So, number 5, pecking order. Okay, I assume this is where things start to go bad.
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy.
Yeah.
I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do.
Yeah, until people realize that they're not going to get any rescue, and therefore money is worthless. Okay, so, but as you can understand, I believe that things are starting to turn because they are actually understanding that she's the one making all of the decisions. Now, if you remember the first, Paul said that she is like, I'm going to use my own words, she's like a savage, right? She cares to survive and punch something in the face or something like that, right? So if she's starting to make decisions, things are going to get rough. Okay, this should be, let me just check my notes. Okay, Degasi logs 1 to 6. So that means that Degasi voice log number 6 is not the last, but it's the last of these in a row, and then we're gonna move to Bart. So let's go to deeper, as what she likes apparently, Margaret in this case, and in 5th grade jokes. You know what I mean? Okay.
We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I have an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea.
Okay, so now we're seeing a different pecking order. As she said, I'm running this show at the moment, so be careful. She's saying, so if you remember, we had one habitat at 250 meters or 200, and then we had another one at 500 meters. So she's talking about going to the five. So she's talking about going to build the second habitat that we found, which is 500 meters below sea level. And as you can see, there's something down there that shouldn't be. Now, this is a clue that probably near that 500 meters habitat, I'm actually currently thinking, there's probably something, but I don't remember seeing anything there. Like an alien facility. I don't think there is. But maybe she knows of something around there. I don't know. It could probably be interesting to go back to the 500 meters Degasi habitat and try to see if there's something there. Because now my sea moth can go down to 900 meters. So I can just grab the sea moth and go down there and check things around. Okay, next one is BART logs 1 and 2. So let's go to BART. Number 1. Okay. And I like this. I really like that. All games should have this. Which is voice logs. I personally hate reading when I'm doing videos. If you're listening, then you and I can basically listen to this together, right? It's interesting. If I'm reading, probably not that interesting. So, yeah.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out of the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Snakes twice the length of a
Yeah, this is
habitat.
the 500 meters thing.
Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. Learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do.
Yeah.
I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power. That the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
The fuzzies. Okay, so this seems like they are in the 500 meters habitat, which makes sense. And the fish, they glow. Okay, we know that. Then we have the eyeball fish. Blah blah blah. Yeah, nothing new here. So we're good. Let's go to stalker teeth. Okay, this is probably our friend that has the it's the gray. It looks like a crocodile, like a gray crocodile with stripes. It should be that one. Okay, let's go.
Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only, well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for Father. And I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it. She shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful?
True.
I wish I knew more about these animals. But Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
Okay. I got distracted by a small second, but hey, on the one hand, this gonna. On the other, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Margaret did. Okay, so what he's basically saying is that maybe she actually had to kill quite a few because she had a huge gash on her forearm. And that's when he said, what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? Okay, so he's basically much more of a pro-life person, right? So that's why he wants to eat plants, not animals. And if you all of a sudden need to kill animals to survive, depending on how many animals you're going to kill, right? Is that really worth it? Yeah, okay. Next, so log number 1 and 2 are done. So that makes us go to Margaret's log. Okay. Margaret's log. I think there's only one. It should be here. Margaret Maida's log. Speaking freely. Okay, let's see.
These conniving corporate bourgeois, inbred, incompetent,
Jesus.
self-absorbed jerks don't have a damn clue. The kid's not so bad. He's even useful. But I swear, everything that comes out of his father's idiot face is a narcissistic lie. He wants to stay in this cave, his problem. I'm the one doing the heavy lifting. When sea monsters are hunting you, you don't hide. You hunt the sea monsters. Then you build a bigger boat out of sea monster bones and you hunt bigger monsters. Keep going until there aren't any monsters left to hunt you. I'm
Okay.
going deeper. I'm gonna find what shot us down and I'm gonna tear its damn heart out. I've started the prep work. The kids taught me how to make enameled glass. I've started stockpiling metal ores to build myself a sea moth. I'll raid the indoor grow beds before I leave.
I'll raid the indoor grow beds before I leave. Okay, my English might be fooling me at the moment, but it seems like she's trying to force them to go with her. I'll raid the indoor grow beds before I leave. Oh, maybe what she's saying is that she's gonna remove all of the food from the indoor grow beds so that she can have a stack of food. Maybe that's it. Okay. I need to drink. Let's go here. So a food break. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, let's do 1. Is 1 enough? No, let's do 1, 2. And let's do 1, 2. Beautiful. Now we're full. So this is what's it called? Tea break. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. See that? Amazing. Is someone hitting the boat? No, but no. Okay, let's just save the game just in case. Here we go. So I think we are now. So we listened to Margaret's log. You can't see, but I'm looking at the note thing that I have. Now it's time to listen to logs. So Paul's log number 2. Okay. So Paul's log number 2. So, Paul, log number 2, dilemma. Okay, now. Oh, this is my alarm going. Okay, it's been 25 minutes. Now, what's the kick here? So far, we already know that they went to 500 meters, but Margaret is now saying that they need to go even further down. Okay, this is a hint that from the 500 meter habitat, she went even further down. Now, I don't think we have access to anything deeper from that cave specifically, but let's see if we can find something.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract
Maybe
still says
they're not at the 500
otherwise.
meters yet.
But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful.
Exactly.
So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degasi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship.
Yeah.
Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal share price on the other side of the Federation.
Okay, so unlike what I thought, they're not at the 500 meter deep just yet. So when Margaret said that she was gonna go even deeper, maybe she's talking about actually going to the 500 meter deep one. Okay, I may be getting myself ahead, right? But we do have a thing here that says, where are you? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. Right? So, yeah. Next should be, so Paul log 2, Degasi 7 to 9. Okay, let's now finish the Degasi logs. Malady.
Please, stop fighting and listen. We're sick.
What?
How?
You've been coughing, right? Feeling itchy? Blisters?
Oh, it's the disease.
The biometrics would have warned us if we were sick.
It's something new. It's not in the database.
Come on, then. What's it gonna do? Turn us inside out? Dissolve us into jelly?
It's an alien bacteria. It's everywhere. Every organism
Karan.
on this planet. It's altering our genetic code.
How are the creatures surviving if they're infected?
I don't know yet.
We do
Want me
know
to
that.
cut some
I
of
know
them
that.
open for you? Find out what makes them tick?
No.
Just tell me what you need, son. Materials, equipment.
Just... Can I have some quiet? I need some time to think.
Okay, so he has found out that they are actually infected with, I believe it's called Karan, which is the bacteria that's actually wiped out the entire alien race. And the reason the life on this planet is not being killed because of that is because the antidote is actually in some fish. So there are some fish that are actually removing the disease from other fish. I believe it's something like that. So I think it's something like You know the if you every now and then I can spot one of those big-eyed fish that has like an orange, a glowing orange path along its way. So that fish has the antidote for Karan or something like that. And when the other predators eat that fish, they get also cured for the Karan. I believe that's the story, and that's why the cycle itself is actually, so the disease is there, but at the same time there is a cure, and it's kind of going through the predators. So you have on one side the bacteria spreading, and on the other side the cure is also spreading, but they're kind of, you know, not exactly 100%. And I believe it's our place or my place to actually spread the cure or something like that. So next is Degasi 79. Hello. Risk taking.
Margaret, Maida has boarded the habitat.
What are you so happy about, Maida?
Say, kid, I brought you something.
Is
Whoa.
that a Leviathan outside?
Towed it home on the back of the sub.
You killed that thing?
It's still breathing. I was about to finish the job, but I can stay and chat if you'd like. No? Then make yourself useful and pass me that hardened blade.
Are you out of your mind? You brought that thing here? What if it's not as dead as it looks? What if others come?
You prefer it got curious and came of its own accord, or got messed up and dragged here?
When we get off this planet, I am going to drag you through every court in the damn Federation.
So that's how tough she is. She killed a Leviathan. Now I don't know which one. You have many. You have the Reaper, you have the Ghost Leviathan, you have a Dragon Leviathan, and you have an Emperor Leviathan. So you have many Leviathans. I don't know which one she's talking about. Okay, last one of the Degasi disaster. Okay, bad things. Let's see.
I have had it with you, risking our lives.
Oh, stow it, Chief. The kid can't kill this disease without fish to study. I'm just bringing him home.
But tell her. Tell her I'm right.
You're both wrong. Marguerite, I can't find out how they resist the bacteria if you slaughter them all.
It ain't always they oblige in coming in alive.
He means you're being reckless.
Father, the outcome's no better if we hole up in here and don't go outside. But we have to find a middle way.
There is no compromise. Not while she's on my sea base.
Your sea base?
I'm going outside.
Bard,
But Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Bart, come in. It's dangerous. Damn it, boy. I know you can hear me.
That's a problem.
Chief. Chief, get off the radio and put on your helmet.
What?
Brace!
Boom! Bye-bye. Okay, that's the end of that. Paul's log 3 and Bart log 3. Okay. Paul first, Bart. Okay. The end.
Came out of nowhere. An alien kraken, bigger than a cyclops. Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. I barely got my breather in time. I told her. I said others would come. The rupture threw me clear of the habitat, and the monster turned and bore down on me. And just as its tentacles came within reach, Maida appeared out of nowhere. She had a sea glide in one hand, a jagged piece of scrap metal in the other. She meant to butcher that beast or die trying. The last I saw her, she had the metal lodged in its neck as the monster did its best to shake her, contorting off into the darkness. I'm certain she got her wish, one way or another. Then I thought I saw a light deep below me. I hoped maybe Bart had swum clear. I followed it. Now I wonder whether I saw anything at all. Our oxygen is low. The habitat is gone. I can't see the sky. Something surely has the scent of my blood.
Okay. The end. And now we're only with one left. There you go. Return from the deep. Okay.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it. Now that I'm back here, I'm finding it hard to enjoy alone. Father was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me. The visions are getting worse. Marguerite and Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always the view.
Okay, so that is all of the logs, and it actually took 35 minutes to go through all of them. But it is interesting that, and I didn't do this in my first playthrough, it is really interesting to go through the whole story of the Degasi survivors, and it's just very interesting. Now, alien facility locations. Yeah. Now, there is something here that I do not know. If you need to tweak your command, please use the mod station in the forward section or retrieve. So, I'm sure there's something in here that should theoretically point me to the next place that I need to access. But I believe this game is also working with just try to find your way through somewhere. Now, I would like to only do another video once I either find the nickel ore, or if I find a clue that should point me to the next stage of the game. I think that if I go to there, right? That is the scanning room that I have at the entrance of the caves. Those caves will lead me, theoretically, that cave will lead me to the final stage of the game, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I can find some nickel ore through there, but I'm not sure. But I can try to go there offline and see if it actually gives me something. But what's kind of bothering me is, to be honest, the fact that I'm not seeing the same log somewhere when I actually played the game for the first time. Now, it may very well be true that when I played the game for the first time, I paid more attention to logs because I had no idea where to go next. So I had to pay attention to the logs. Otherwise, I couldn't do anything. So this time, I kind of already know what to do, kind of. So I go through a log and I went, okay, I'll read this later or I will never read it. So I might need to go through all of the logs and see if there's something pointing me to the right direction. But yeah, that's it, guys. I actually thought that it would take a lot less time to go through all of the logs. Still, almost 40 minutes, and here we are. And yeah, for the next one, it'll be with myself already knowing where to find the nickel ore, because we need to find nickel ore in order to build the Neptune. So that's basically it. Guys, I gotta go. Thank you much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you all on my next video. Bye-bye.